truth is, your skin refuses to be defined by age. That's why agency.
Welcome to the stream, Magic Monsters. It's good to see you and hear you and smell you. So, day one post GDC, no COVID yet. That was my true goal of GDC, by the way. And it's been raining, so my hair got wet and my computer's angle is all off because it wasn't here for the past week. You know, I took my computer with me, and I only took it out once. What's that smell? Smells like Jason Wyman's beard. My favorite part of Jason Wyman's stream is when he knocked my mic off the table. He was borrowing my mic, and he kept basically fondling it and making out with it, and then throwing it off the table. That was my favorite part of the stream that he had. Anyways, should probably show you something more interesting, like this. Oh my gosh, have you seen this? Have you seen the sale on the stuff? It's funny. Even though Monster Collection one is on sale for half off, Monster Collection 2 is higher up in the rankings on this page. I wish I could control the rankings on this page. Also, you know what I need to do? I need to separate out the demo scene from the medieval town village from the rest. What's with the Unity team? I'm not. It's not COVID. Not COVID. I need to separate out the demo scene from this because I was actually talking at GDC. I met a lot of people, and I saw a bunch of publishers, including publishers I haven't seen in quite a long time. The folks from Opsiv and Pixel Crushers. Very nice people, all of them, but I haven't seen them since 2017, 16, something like that. A very long time ago. So it was great to see them. But we all were over lunch. We were all agreed that the review section on the publisher portal is anxiety-inducing. It was my mic. He borrowed it. Yeah, that's good. I mean, he really threw it for a loop. And the reason why is because this package was on flash deals for a while, and that was great. It brought in a little bit of money, which is very helpful. And it got some more people buying stuff and got some people into the Discord probably. But the problem is that sometimes people write bad reviews, and it really cuts deep. It really shouldn't. But we all agreed, and this is with people who for them, a bad review is nothing. Like, this package can actually take a bad review and still be okay. But their packages, they get a lot more reviews than me, and they still don't like seeing the reviews. And this one is just, it's... So I got two. One, everything looks pretty good, and it converts to HDRP for the most part, and there's quite a variety of assets. But they don't like the scripts. So basically what they're saying is because the demo scene didn't run 60 FPS on their computer, it comes with a cost. But here's the deal. This demo scene is meant to showcase the assets and how they look. It's not optimized. It's not optimized for your game. I mean, every one of these buildings is full of interiors. It's not optimized. And I'm not going to optimize things for your game, you know? Because that's just silly. That's not my role is not to optimize. My role is to provide a medieval environment. Anyways, and this other one, errors when they went to build the project. I suggested that they go and get the support files. I'll have to look at that, but they were trying to build this, and the errors could be mine. They could be that they didn't have scripts from the other packages. It's really hard to tell because the demo scene has, you know, stuff from other publishers in it too, in order to make it look the way it would look in a real game. If you were to, of course, optimize it. And yeah, so they were mad that they also had to go to. They emailed me later and then told me they were upset that they had to go to Discord for support. Like, do you know how many packages on the asset store don't give support at all? Each model has a large number of face and vertices. Well, they also have LODs. It's unable to be used in larger scene projects. Well, maybe you should optimize your scene. This is the thing that I think a lot of newer people also don't understand, is that the optimization of a game scene is of utmost importance. And when you see a big open world, you're not actually seeing a big open world. You're seeing a small slice that's been optimized for that one frame, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. What can you do? Package still looks good. Lots of subjective things, and then people write a review, and then hopefully people don't read the reviews, or if they do, they understand that the user might be not quite accurate. But anyways, let's talk about this. I've what do I have? This is what the editor usually. This is the default editor. I'm making a custom one though for this. And before I start, I can show you the Cinti conversions that I did. Do you want to see them? Okay. Let's see. There's a whole bunch. So this one is just kind of a straight projectile. You know, these are all the Cinti particle package stuff, and I just made it actually work because they're packed just like all the other packs. They're packed. You can't use that out of the box. It doesn't. A lot of theirs is just actually bits and pieces. So theirs is in many ways less usable, not in a bad way necessarily, because the content can be used. It's not like it can't be used. It's just it's bare pieces. So you have to do a lot. And the way they did all of their particles are particles. Like when they have a projectile that goes out into the distance, it is just particles. There's no object that's going out into the distance. So that's a thing. But otherwise, I've got cool stuff here. Oh, this one is homing, so it's going to home in on the things. I basically took all their stuff and decided to go with just making cool particles. I like this one. So here, check this one out. Check out how the blocks move here. See that? That's cool, right? It sucks them in and then spits them out. That's just having fun with forces, basically. But these are all their particles, the Cinti particles, and put together in a cool way that does these cool things. So there's that one. What is this one? And I do need to fix this one. Or maybe not this one. Maybe this one's fine. Let's see. There's one where the things are. Oh yeah, these aren't turning off. They're supposed to turn off. I need to fix that. But basically, just ammunition being shot out. That's always fun, right? The grenade. I kind of want to adjust this so that it's facing a different direction too. They did have some models in the things. They didn't have any textures on them, it looked like, but just grenades, a grenade and some other stuff. So and this tiny ass rock. So I made a projectile of the tiny ass rock. Right? Why not? And then the muzzles and the impacts are all different things from their stuff. This one was also an object in theirs. I think it's used with their shards thing, but I decided that looked like a really good big hefty meteor, so I made a meteor, slow moving projectile that ends up turning around and homing in on targets, and then doing big booms like that. Flame blob, I think I need to update this because the flame disappears, the trail disappears. So I need to change the behavior just slightly to make it work. Then flamethrower. Their flamethrowers aren't my favorite flamethrowers, but they do work as flamethrowers. This is a fireball, but I made it 5 fireballs, and they also home in on targets. So that's cool too, right? Flamethrower, another flamethrower. Laser beam. There's 2 laser beams in this package. Then, though, this one's a portal sphere. This one, as it goes over things, it'll suck them closer in, and then it explodes. The effect is very faint, but it's there. It's like it's sucking them into a portal as it goes by, and then it explodes. This is the other beam, power beam. I saw the Cinti people, by the way. They bought me some Thai food, and I'm always appreciative of that. Boom, boom. So this one is an interesting one. This one will attach itself to anything it hits, and then it starts shaking, and then it explodes. Explosion's kind of weak, but whoops. Come on. Attach. There you go. So you can see it moving around. And this will also stop a little bit through, and do its shaky explode thing. So it goes out there, pauses, and explodes in a range of things. But again, this is just these are just combining their particles together in cool ways, and then in different behaviors. So what is this one called? Rainbow glow. So I don't have this editor script up yet, so you can't see all the stuff, but later you will. And then there's this one, this kind of swirly thing. I thought that was neat, so I decided to make a projectile out of it. I think I need to change the muzzle behavior for this one, though. It doesn't really work. And that's it. There are a couple others, but they seem to crash my computer over and over. The shard ones that they have in the package. Every time I tried to do it, Unity would crash, so I stopped and said, I'm not going to do that. All right, so let's continue doing this. The goal today, by the way, if you have any questions on GDC, let me know. I actually only was on the GDC floor for approximately 2.5 hours total over 2 different visits because I was working the whole week. I did manage to get invited to the Unity party just 2 hours before it started. I owe someone a favor for that. That was a fun time. I have some pictures with random people from a photo booth inside there. I had dinner with some board game people, some board tabletop game personalities who are very well known in the industry and very gracious people, very nice people, interesting conversations about the industry and stuff, and just random stuff like Air Force and Navy and flying airplanes and stuff. That was cool. What else did I do? Worked a lot, saw a lot of people from all around the world, met new people from all around the world. I met people from Turkey, from Hong Kong that I had never met before, from Germany that I had never met before, other people from, Americans living in abroad, Americans living in America, New Zealanders, Australianers. Had some good food. It was not super AI heavy. No, okay, let me caveat that. I actually didn't get to see everything on the show floor because I was there for 2.5 hours, and part of that time was specifically looking for specific people. Part of that time was quickly looking at the Unity not booth. It was a very small area, and the Unreal booth, but really just walking by it. And part of that time, the biggest chunk of that time, was going to look at indie games and talking to the developers to see what kind of stuff they use and get their names and emails and stuff. And that was the job. That was the job part of it. So I did not get to see everything on the show floor. So I don't think it was super AI heavy. I saw InWorld was there. Russell, who joins the show from sometimes, he was there. I saw an Apple Vision Pro. I didn't use it, but I saw it. It's smaller than I thought it would be. On the way to the thing, when I drove to the Bay Area from where I am, I saw 2 Cybertrucks, and they both looked stupid. And I'm sure the drivers were both assholes. So there's that. Those were also smaller than I thought they'd be, and they look kind of dumb because they've got this weird like car, but then they're just on 4 wheels, so they look kind of like a toy. A toy for assholes. And if you have a Cybertruck, by the way, then you're probably an asshole. Not in a mean way, but you probably are. Do you have a Cybertruck? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think any of you have a Cybertruck. I just assume that they're all assholes. What else happened? I successfully didn't get too drunk. Oh, I saw a friend from a long time ago. A long time ago when I went to my first Unite in Seattle. Unite Seattle was probably 2013, 2014, one of the two. Probably 2013, 14. 16 was LA, so 2014 must have been. Because 2016 was LA, and 2015 was Boston. So it must have been 2014. I went to Unite, and I don't remember if I had already checked into an Airbnb. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But I had my backpack on, and I was staying in line for some random party that I just saw. And I saw this girl and some other people in line, and I was talking, and then she was like, come over here. And we hung out. We just went. She showed me, introduced me to Microsoft people, and then we went out to some diner. And I sat down and we ate. And she was this guy that she had a huge crush on. She later dated him. Was there, and she had a huge crush on him. So she was telling me all about that. And then he was there, and then another Microsoft guy was there, and he was like, "Who are you?" to me, and I was like, "I'm Andrew." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then we kept hanging out, and then. I think it was maybe it wasn't that night, maybe it was the next night, but one of the 2 nights I was suddenly in David Hegelson's hotel room for a party that I guess that's just what happened, and I was there, and that was that. It was a good time, as I remember. I have one picture, and I really enjoy showing it to people, and actually 2 pictures, and that was a good time. And so from then on, every time I went to GDC or Unite, we'd hang out and we'd make fun of people from far away, and it was very fun because everyone likes making fun of people, don't you? Not in a mean way, but we just laugh and have a good time. And I haven't seen her for years because of the pandemic and all that stuff. And I randomly ran into her. How cool is that? Neither of us have aged a day. So there you go. You should go. Except you shouldn't. It's so freaking expensive. I wouldn't go if it wasn't for my job paying for it. Unite, maybe. Back in the day, now that was like 10 years ago. I guess 10 years ago now. I think Unite was maybe $300 or $400, something like that. And I would stay at Airbnbs because I had no money. I could barely afford that. So I'd stay in Airbnb to save money and fill my bag with all the snacks and stuff because, I mean, I still kind of do that, but not as much as I did. I used to have my backpack full and I pour it out at the end of the night, have all the snacks and stuff. But GDC, I only went to those because I was local, so I could just take the train in every day. I wouldn't stay overnight, and I would get eventually. At first, I would just get the Expo Pass and mostly hang out at the Unity booth. Somewhere there is a picture on one of the Unity websites. I don't know if it's still up there, but it's a shot from above. And if you look in the front row of the little theater, you can see a guy with his collar popped. That's David Hegelson. And next to that guy is this guy. That was just random. This was before the whole hotel room party thing. And the hotel room party thing happened again in Unite Boston. But yeah, but I would just, and then finally I went to the Indie Game Summit, right? It was like $250. I think the expo was like, I want to say $100 back then. So, I'd get my money's worth probably, but I was just walking around with my backpack all day, super tired. Then I do the indie game one just to get to some talks, but I would fall asleep in them all the time. I have to sit in the back so I could leave quietly when I would fall asleep because so many of the speakers were not good speakers. I did see. Well, I'll say I walked by the alt control entries. I briefly looked at a couple of them. I saw one with a blender, and then that was that. I haven't watched any streams from GDC. They don't get posted for a year now. I don't have access to them. I did watch the. Well, I watched Jason Wyman's stream, and I heard while doing other work Johnny's stream. I haven't seen any. Oh yeah. I haven't seen any of the roadmaps or anything like that. I was busy the whole time, so I haven't had a chance to watch anything. I figure somebody will tell me if something really interesting happened. Unity 6 coming out is cool. Unity 6 being more stable, or rather not having breaking changes, cool. Unity 6 making URP default is interesting. That's going to require some work for me. That means that my Unity 6 packages will have to be default to URP, which is probably good. I've been waiting for URP to get to the point where it's just the thing, and shader graph is and I've been not using shader graph because I don't want to deal with all the changes, and I want to ship in built in. But it sounds like once Unity 6 is out, I mean, there's still have to do built in for a while because people are still going to be using the old versions. But once enough people are using Unity 6, then all this stuff will be URP by default. That'll be an interesting day, right? No more built-in. We're gonna require some updates though, which means work. I'm gonna have to do some work. Speaking of work, I should probably do some work right now. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the sale featuring the Infinity PBR Monster Collection 1. My friend left her grandpa and is driving home. Maybe she's driving to the airport and then flying home. Yeah. I saw Wyman a bunch, and Johnny, Turbo Makes Games, saw them a bunch, had some food with them. Wyman kept having to stop to give autographs. My favorite thing, by the way, this is my favorite thing, and this is not the first time it's happened, but it happened again, is when I'm standing next to Wyman, and this time I was also standing next to Johnny, and some guy comes up and says, "Hey, I watch your stream every week. I watch your show every week. I love it. Thank you so much." And just tells him how much he loves it. Now, this guy does look at us, but he only acknowledges Wyman. He watches the show every week and didn't recognize me, which I'm okay with. Now, to be fair, I was in my disguise, so now you wouldn't recognize me either. Like, who is this guy? Who stole the stream? Yeah, I don't need the glasses to see my screen, so that's why I don't wear them. But, yep. UDP ESCS is going to be the base functionality, but not required. That's going to be later, I think, right? It's going to be. It's coming. It's funny because you can kind of see where the winds are going. ECS is Johnny's going to be well employed for a while because ECS is a big thing and everyone's going to have to learn about it. But even the URP stuff, I think when that first came out, the rumors were that built-in would be dead by 2019 or 2020, and that clearly didn't happen. So things move sometimes slower than planned, I suppose. All right, so what are we doing today? We are updating this. We're making custom editors for this. So, wow, did this work? I actually, I did this, and then I went and did something else, and I never actually checked it. So it looks like it worked. What was that? That was this pop-up. Oh, yeah. There's the names to array. I need an add button. I need this to be yellow too because I like to make those yellow to make them more obvious. Yep, I'm a nerd now. So we have start row. Now, by the way, for those of you who are newer or haven't remembered, just I use my own custom editor, the Infinity editor. So things like start row is really calling editor GUI, layout begin horizontal. So that's why I do this. So when you see me coding this stuff, I'm using really this. But this is in all my packages. So if you feel like making your own custom editors, it's easier when you just have to say start row, end row, and other things like that. And the AI is starting to pick up on these things too. So that's nice. If button add 50, then we do something. Excuse me. No, I remember there was more that. That's right. I wanted to do something else. So right now, when we do an add, it will add it. We can add the code to make it add it. But I don't want the existing ones to show up in it. So, or do I? Am I okay with having to? Still using IM GUI until there's a converter that makes it easier. But I hear the other one still isn't ready for prime time. I don't know. I'm not following it that heavily, but yeah, I'm still using IM GUI because that's what everybody uses. It's very difficult to get people to change, especially when have all these things. Do you know how much work it would be if I had to change all of this like overnight? I couldn't do it overnight, but so I'm hoping that there will eventually be a day where I can basically take the Infinity editor file and just change the right side of all of these or something and make it just work, or somehow convert it in some easier way. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, do I want... Well, first of all, this doesn't seem like all of the spawn behavior modifications. Add new spawn, add new modification. It does appear to be, though, all the spawn behavior. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's doing its thing. That's what it should be doing. So, spawn behavior modification. But I thought I had more spawn behavior modifications. Spawn behavior modification. 13 usages. Where do I get the project user? Maybe that's it. I don't think it's right, but let me see. Let me see something. Projectiles. Well, as you can see, there are clearly more than 7. So, what's going on? 16 spawn modification behavior objects, and now there's more showing. That's interesting. Why is it? That's something's up with that. I think I need to ask you. I think I'm doing it wrong. This part is wrong, I think. The resources. I think the AI wrote that, and so I'm going to have the AI fix it. I think this is wrong. Not all objects are found. I think the resources part is incorrect. It needs to search the whole project. Asset database. Yes. 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 But here's the thing. This is an editor script, so we don't need to use the using thing. Let's see. Asset database get all things, not resources. Resources will only have things I believe were already loaded, which is why after I click them into the inspector, hey, Wyman, we were just talking about you and how my microphone smells like your beard. Everybody loves Wyman, mostly the people at GDC who asked for autographs. And he's a famous buddy of mine. Jason Wyman is definitely the most famous person at GDC that I met. I'm a lucky guy because my microphone smells like your beard. That's probably true. It's probably true. Oh, that's a lot more of them now. Great. Now we need a search of a button here, don't we? Because this is too many. Too many, so we need a search thing. We need a search thing. We also need to make this smaller. So let's do that. Let's do all this. Let's do this. How are you, Wyman? Do you have COVID yet? I don't have COVID yet. But you talked to more people, I think, than I did. I'm hoping I don't get COVID, by the way. Let's see. So in this view, we're going to go back here. We're going to make a box. Start box, vertical box. Yes, start vertical box and end vertical box. And we're going to say background color is going to be color.yellow and reset color. And then in here, we're going to say label bold or wait, label. What are my options? I forget my options. It's been a bit since I've done this. Bold, true. 150. We're going to say actually, we're going to do this on one line, I guess. So, add new modification. Then we're going to do a, I'm going to cache the search string. Yes, not sick. I'm going to cache the search string and then editor prefs. And to do that, I'm going to go private string spawn behavior modification search string. Search is going to be get. No, not quite. Get is going to be editor prefs dot get string that. What's the next? Set is that value string value. No, I don't need to do that. What's going on here? I'm doing something wrong here. I'm gonna just ask the AI fix this please. So basically, in my head, I probably this or something. Yeah. Is it that? Did I just fix it? So the idea here is that when it gets it from the editor prefs, and when it sets it to the editor prefs. See? So then we can say in our end row, and then start row, and then end row, and then start row. Okay, and here we will do search, so label, search. Make this 100, and then we'll do that equals text. You'll see it's getting my my code in there. That's nice. Make this 200, and then we're gonna have to cache the value. So var cached search equals that, and then if cached search does not equal that, then well, we're gonna do a couple things, but I don't think that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's see what it looks like, or if we got errors. One of the two, one of the 8, or if it crashes. Looks like it crashed. It looks like I've frozen it. Nope, I didn't freeze it. But this thing, what's going on here? Getting an error. Do not use read object thread on scene objects. I need to not include scene objects. Yeah. Get all asset paths. Where's... checking to see if that exists. All right. Well, I'll go for that. I have this exact code elsewhere. I think I'm going to have to change up how I do this too because of this. Subscene? What's subscene? What do you mean? I need more context, mostly because of the delay. Because this is taking too long to select a thing because of this right here. It's caching this, and this seems to be slow. So let's ask another friend, chat OpenAI AI. This is very, very slow. Is there a better way to cache these objects? I don't know. You don't have to explain it to me. Another AI wrote it. Cache. Toolbar options, bit, button selection, big. All these things. All right, I'll give your version a try. Yeah, I want to use link. Yeah, I want to use whatever this is. Oh, this is a hypothetical method? Is that what it is? We need a get asset type at path. Can't we just get the asset at the path and check? Isn't that this? We have to load it either way, right? No. Cached objects. All right, where's my other code for this? Where's my other code? Where is it? It's in game modules. Game modules 4. Because I do this a lot in game modules. Constantly caching things and looking for file types and all that. I took a nap today. Didn't sleep well last night, so I took a nap today. I was tired. Where would my code be? Utilities, game module utilities, probably new window. And in this, we're going to say game module object types. No, nope, 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 nope. We should just search for asset database. Asset database. There we go. This is what I need to copy over. All right, so we're going to do this. All right, you don't need the if Unity editor thing because this is going to be for, it's an editor script. We're doing cache objects T. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm the X down. Where T is a I guess it's a scriptable object. That might narrow it down because they are all scriptable objects, I think. All right, so we're getting the GUIDs. Okay, we're gonna have to fix this one. T. Do we have another example? That I can steal from? Yes, this is the example I want to steal from. Actually, this is a much better example to steal from, maybe. All right, GUIDs. Type of T, all things, is going to be that. And for each, all things, load that. And then I'm going to do the order by this. Okay, we're going to do it differently, I guess. Order by oh, I see. Okay. Okay. I was a little confused because I thought I had the cache objects as a external thing, but instead I didn't. Where dot name. All right, and then this can be to list because we are returning a list. Now we can just return that instead. Save a line. All right, let's see. I keep accidentally hitting the delete key here, and for some reason that takes forever. My eyes are getting itchy now. Why are my eyes getting itchy? Was it because I was hauling bags of manure earlier? Okay, it wasn't just manure. It was gardening soil, and it smelt like manure. Okay. Okay. Let's see if that works better. Open up the right project. Clickety, clackety, click, click, click. It seems to be going faster. All right, that's better. Clickety, clack, clack, click, 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 click. But it's not giving me my debugs. Why isn't it? Oh, I didn't put a debug. I want to put a debug. Debug.log. Cached that many objects. That way I can see. It is. It is done outside. I built a it's my first ever, but I built a planter box to hold some trees right outside this window here behind me because I want to see trees instead of dirt, and my backyard is all dirt, and it's not going to be not dirt for a very long time because that's expensive, and I don't have that. So I built a planter box right there, and I have the trees. I've had the trees for a year, and they need to be planted. Now's the season to be plant them. So, I did put a cement top coat on the box. It's a cinder block basically, a type of cinder block thing, and I did an okay job. People told me it's actually pretty good, but I don't like it. So I bought another more cement to do another thinner top coat to fix the bits, and then I need to paint it. Oh, I also need to drill a hole because I kind of want to make sure that there's drip irrigation, even though there's no irrigation out there at all yet. So I'll just probably buy a thing that you can attach to the hose nozzle and on a timer. But I want to do it smart. So I should have actually, if I had been smart, I would have already put the thing under before I built it, but I didn't do that. So now I have to drill a hole through it and then paint it and then fill it with the manure dirt from Costco and then put the trees in it. And I think I bought too much manure dirt. Yeah. It's crazy because they're warm, because inside they're doing things inside those bags. So it's like you pick up a bag and you're like, this is really warm. Is this safe? Probably. But my car stank. And then I was trying to move them all to the backyard in a wheelbarrow, but then it started raining on me. So I didn't. Anyways, here we are. So now we have all this stuff. It's faster, and that's good. So now we're gonna make a new version of this ultimately, but so we have the search here. We have our spawn behavior modification search for the string. So if it's cache search, then we're going to say debug.log. New search word is going to be that, and then we're going to say well, we're going to have to save the list, right? I guess. So private list of filtered spawn. Yeah, we need list. Filtered spawn modification lists. Spawn behavior. Okay, that's that. But when we filter it, I guess it can go back to 0. The index. So selected spawn equals 0. I'm gonna make it 0 by default, not -1. And then this has to be, the pop-up has to be, where's the pop-up? Select the names to the array. Ideally, if you're on a thing and you search for something and that thing is still in the result set, then it could stay on the thing, but I don't want to do that right now. I don't know if that's ideal. I think it would be neat. The rest isn't showing up. Oh, because it's empty. So we also have to say right here, if that, then that. There we go. And then we can search for, say, Cinti. And then it didn't do its thing. Filtered equals spawn modification objects. Where name contains the search to lower, so we don't worry about that, and we can also say where name contains the search. Remove strip. Do I not have? Is this mine? Yes, I thought I had something like this. Save string. Actually, I'm just going to make... I thought I had one that just removes any trailing thing. Static method, string extension method that removes spaces before / after the full string. Trim spaces. Trim. Trim. It's just trim. I don't even need one for that. I see. That was me. I just forgot. Now I need to find my thing. Trim. All right. Why is this saying yellow? Oh. Oh, I see. But if I had this, then I can just do trim space. This, and it's an extension method, so I don't need to set it. There we go. Pop up. Debug.log filtered. Oops. Out of doesn't say. Doesn't do the next step for some reason. Why isn't it doing the next step? What am I missing here? Test. This is a weird search. It's not working at all, as I would expect. And it's not doing this debug log, which is odd. Is it saving it properly? I've been having issues where things don't save. There we go. So it just wasn't saving. Test. 0 out of 92 returns everything. Interesting. Cinti. That's weird because... Hey, wait a minute. Oh, there's no Cinti. It's just polygon. Polygon. Oh, okay, it is working. But it needs to show nothing if there's 0. So why does it show everything if there's 0? Ooh, you know, instead, it's fine to show everything, I guess, if I also show that there are none. So if... So where would I put this? Probably put it to the side of the search field. Right here, we can say if that dot count equals 0, then we will say warning label or text warning. No. Text error. I swear I had a, yeah, label warning. No objects found. Test. And it didn't save again. I don't know why it's been doing this, but it has been doing this where it just doesn't load everything. All right, or it's just not working at all, maybe. If filtered results equals 0, debug.log, no results. It should be showing that. It should be. Oh, I see what's going on here. I see. This is where I'm updating it here. So, all right. So let's do here var list to use equals. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how this works. Polygon. All right, there we go. So we're also going to print our results. We'll do label error. If we're that, then we'll do label error. Otherwise, label results. All right. How is that? 18 results. No objects found. All right, good. Delete that period. All right. So we have our list. We reset our index. We have our stuff here. And then if we add, then we're going to go to our projectile dot, no, target. Is it target? Dot, spawn behavior modifications dot add that. Or can we not do it that way? Add spawn behavior modification. Do we not have that ability yet? Spawn behavior. No, because in the regular in the regular one we don't have a way to add spawn behavior modifications because you just do it. Oh, it's an array. Okay. We're going to do this in projectile. Value. All right, now you can do your thing. Value on spawn game object. Do we need that? This is a runtime thing. So no, we don't need that. We're just trying to add it to the list, to the array. Rainbow glow. We don't yet have a list of them, so we should probably actually list them out too. That would be helpful. And we're going to do that right here. So we have our modifications. This is the add new. This one's going to be replaced with the modifications themselves. And a description. So, and an Xbox button. An Xbox Live? No, it's not. Where is it? It's right there. Spawn behavior modifications. Draw spawn behavior modifications. So it's going to be each one for each draw a thing. So for each var, for each var modification in target.spawn behavior modifications, draw spawn behavior modification row modification. See? Simple. Easy peasy. We don't need this. We don't need this. Why is my delete key suddenly not working? Uh-oh. Felt. Okay, it's working. I feel like an Oreo crumb went down there. I think that's what happened. Because I was at the Unity offices and they had these Oreos there, and like I said earlier, I go to these things and I want to put snacks in my bag, so that's exactly what I did. And earlier I ate them, and then I think a crumb must have gotten somewhere and underneath my delete key. Anyways, so for each one we're going to do that. What are we going to do for this? We're going to do a start row and an end row, and then we're going to say label is going to be modification.name. That's modification.name. And it's going to be, say, 150. And we're going to have to do an up arrow and a down arrow. And honestly, this should be a list. Oh, hello, very long name. I said very long name because your name is long. Hero Michael, CTR and Dev Games. Welcome to the stream. And okay, so here's the problem. This is I saw this earlier when I was looking at this, and I thought, oh no, because my spawn behavior modifications are an array. I want them to be a list, but they're already saved as an array, and I have all of these already set up. So if I change it, I'm going to lose them. I can't remember what everything has. So let's see. If list okay, we're going to change that. Then we're going to make this a list. Okay, list of that spawn behavior modifications equals new list. It thinks we're just going to convert on the fly, but we're not. Private void on validate if spawn behavior modifications array dot length is greater than spawn behavior modifications, which I should probably fix the name of. All right. If the length of the array is more than the count of the list, then we are going to add all items from the array to the list if it doesn't already exist in the list. There we go. We're going to do this just basically once and twice in debug.log. Moved array to list. And this way, over time or at some point, like maybe right now, I can go through all of the projectiles. Projectile. Type. I need to search for the type. Projectile. T. Projectile. Why is my... Whoa. Oh, yeah, and this is the thing that nobody uses. T. Projectile. How come it's not searching for projectiles? Maybe it's basic projectile. No? Maybe, I don't know. I think I'm going to have to do that here instead. Oh, I typed this wrong. But we're going to do this. Migrate. I'll just call it migrate public. So in our editor, when we do the cache, which happens all the time, we're going to do target dot migrate. Do we not have target yet? No. Target dot migrate. So basically, I'm just going to do that for all of these, and I think it should. Didn't, or maybe it already did the migration. I don't know. Make sure. I want to see it happen. All right, we can come back to this in a second. I can okay. What was I going to do? I was going to print out all the list of spawn behaviors. It never saved it, did it? Or did it? I don't know if it did or not. All right. For each. All right. Make this much bigger. All right, so those all have something. We haven't touched these other ones yet, so maybe if we touch these other ones, we'll see it happen. We'll do the realistic effects pack 4 ones. Projectiles. No, these are not. No spawn. Oh yeah, they are being copied over. It appears. Wait, am I pulling from the right list? Ah, no. I was pulling from the array, not the list. All right, but it does appear like these are copied over now, unless, again, it didn't save. But I'm not getting the debug logs like I was expecting. Just make sure it's saving, because I have been facing that a lot, and it's been annoying. All right. It appears that they're working. So all I really need to do is just make sure that, you know, I update the code now to do. I'm not going to delete this array anytime soon, but I'm going to look for where it's used, and well, at some point I'll delete it, and then I'll get a lot of errors, and I'll fix those, and that will be that. But for now, this should be okay to move on with our lives, I think. I would like that debug to be showing, but whatever. It appears these are showing up here, so that's something. All right. Wrong button. So we're going to do the draw spawn modifications. We don't need this. Okay. Each one of these is going to have a up-down button. Button up. Let's see. We're gonna have an X button, and then we're gonna have a ping button, or ping object button. Arrow. Symbol arrow up. Do we not have that here? Okay, well, let's do a ping object, and this is going to be modification, and then a something something, and then if X button, then exit GUI. Dot spawn behavior modifications dot remove modification. All right. So, whoa, did this wrong. If ping button modification. What is this? Interesting. Let's see. So this is looking specifically for a object. So it's just ping button. Okay, I see. So just need to do ping button here instead of ping object. I was using the wrong one. Ping button. And that should give us a little button that pings it. Yep. Ping, 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 ping. See? That's nice, right? So now you can quickly go to it if you really wanted to. And then you can edit it like that. Then I need my back button. I've been trying to build a back button, but it wasn't quite working, so I abandoned it for a while. But I want a back button. Huh. Maybe you're having the same issue that I have. Is that a thing? I've never used that. Command R, Control R. Neither of them do anything for me. So now I in my other code, I'm sure I use it in here. Infinity editor. Arrow up, arrow down. I do use them here. Where do I use them? Quest try, look, show table, show move up button. Oh. I swear I had built in a thing for this. That was in these drawers. That was external to these. Can move up and can move down. All right, well, I'm going to park this over here real quick so I can still look at it. So to do these buttons, we're going to do a well, let's do the buttons first. So we're going to do if button symbol arrow up. Was that it? Symbol arrow up. Yeah. 50. Then that. I think I do. Is it down up? No, it's up down. And then if button for symbol arrow down. But we need to do the color. So if can move up. So actually it's going to be colors if can move up. We're looking for an index. What's our index? Oh, let's change this to a 4. And then we can pass our index in. All right. Can we index? How many are there total? What are we looking for? Int. Okay. Background color true is going to be color dot white. Background color false is going to be color dot gray. And then color dot white, color dot black. And this one you can move down. And then reset color. All right. I thought I had a button thing. Good night, Tech Dave 99. These are supposed to be 25. I can add one. I have to update the game modules as well because that's going to need any update I do. I need to do it to both. What is this? Oh, an action. How do I use an action? I've done this once before. Let's see what happens. But button's going to be 25. Width 25. And we need to add the color thing. Index. Or count. Total, rather. Okay, total, index total. What am I missing? Colors if. There we go. That's what I'm missing. Okay. Now, how do I use this whole action thing? Let's move this over to this one as well. Can move up. Keep ourselves in sync as much as possible. Can move up, can move down. What's the action? So how would I use this in this? Let's see. Maybe the AI will just tell me on this other page. Maybe. Can move up button. What did I call it? Move up button. Move up button. Move up button. We're going to pass in our action. I don't know what the action is. Index. Oh, interesting. Index is going to be index, and total is going to be this. I see. So this is the action we'll do if the thing is true. I understand now. Move item up. The list is going to be that, and the index is going to be index. Interesting. But I think we can do those. That's fine. I want to capture that, but I'm going to also do a list of an object list, and then just kind of do that here. Because that seems a little bit more move up list button, move down list button. Oh, we need to, that's why. I wrote them here and didn't copy them over to the other project. Can't do it as. What if it is an enumerator? Enumerable. Would it work then? It looks like it would. No. Enumerable. I don't know. Enumerable. Can't make it a list. Okay. Let me ask the AI on this one. Can move item have a version that takes in an enumerable? I feel like it should be able to, but I just don't know how to do it. Okay, well that's not. It's essentially, the answer is essentially no. Smackdown. But we can just do that and do what we're gonna do. Okay, move up button and move down button. Okay. Then we can remove these. We need the reset color thing though. And that needs to be built into these. Reset color. And again, let me copy this over. Just these. All right. All right. That should be better. Is it? Yes. So they're both grayed out because I can't. See that? But if we add something, it's not adding it. Here's one that has two. Great. So now we can move these around. It's interesting that it says no objects found when the polygon is clearly there. So it must be happening when I select this. It's not doing the thing. So when we do our cache objects, let us call a new cache called cache filtered spawn modifications. Oh, and it's static. Filter cache. We'll do this. Private void filter cache. Why is that static anyways? So now when we do it on load, we should be, there we go, including the search there in our cache. So we'll cache that whenever we load a new object, but we're keeping the search string there. So, all right. So the add button. And why is this so long? Make it 300. Add spawn modification. Debug.log. Add that. Let's see what happens. Oh, not to the instances. Jesus. That's the AI for you. If you don't watch out, it's going to do stuff and you're not going to realize what it did. There it is. There it is. Now we can move stuff up and delete stuff and all that nice stuff. All right. That's better. That's better. Now, the question is there a reason to have multiple spawn modifications? I suppose there could be. Yeah, so I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Spawn behavior modifications. Done. And we don't need that for that. Oh, what's this? Well, that's not right. Oh. Actually, this one does. That one is right. So that one's okay. I'm getting that now, so that's nice. But no, I was trying to delete something that shouldn't be deleted. I thought I was in a different projectile. My Cinti projectiles are here. I always thought I was in this one, and I had done a test, but no, that one does indeed need two. All right. Next step is the. I'm looking at my cheat sheet here. The particle behaviors. Oh, actually, that's not the next step. The next step is getting some stuff here, because this is let's lock this, and then if I go over here, when we look at this, how do we do a new window inspector? New inspector. How do you do the second inspector? Window. Oh, hello, Avreus. Sorry, I didn't see. Hello, Power Corveus. Did you change your name? Or is this like your YouTube name? Hello, by the way. GDC was good. It was fun. It was tiring. I didn't have enough time on the show floor. I need to next year have a team member come visit with me because I didn't have enough time to do everything, I think. And Debaterman, I'm glad you feel like a stronger programmer. You should always feel like a stronger programmer. Godot without autocomplete, huh? That why? Because you're having to do it yourself. It makes sense. What was I doing here? What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna show the stuff. I was trying to figure out why there's two. No, I can't make a second inspector. I want to make a second inspector. There we go. So now I've got a second inspector. Whoops. All right, so now I've got an inspector where I can look at these and I can keep this one here locked. So basically what I was going to point out is that these, I believe these as well, also have a... They don't, do they? Oh, they should have a thing up here. Let me copy it. Behavior, projectile behavior. They all have these things. Internal descriptions and internal icons. Yeah. And I think all spawn behavior modifications should have also these things. And we're going to put these out. So, I'm going to put that next to this. Not sure exactly how the UX is going to work yet, but we're going to figure that out. Well, how will it work, actually? I think what we can do is on the move up on this section, we'll keep those to the side. Then this part, we're going to do a start vertical and an end vertical. And we can do... that, and then label target dot internal description. Is that not available? Why is that not available? Protected should be public. Maybe we'll do it like this. Okay. Internal. Okay. Will that work? No. Why won't it work? Our target is indeed a Oh, yes. That's why. I know why. Internal. It's not the target, it's the modification. Internal description. Okay. And let's see what it looks like. All right. That. And we'll put the icon to the side. But this is going to be false, true, true. Autocomplete. Well, a lot of it's not just autocomplete, it's the GitHub Copilot too. No, well, kind of. This is the latest tool I'm building, the projectile system, and basically I'm making a nice, prettier inspector for it. That's the goal, at least. So now I'm going to make a icon. So we're going to say of our icon name equals that. Do I not? What do I have? Do I have an icon? I don't know if I do. I don't have anything with an icon. How can I display an icon? I need it to display an icon. There's a new thing. Show the icon in the editor GUI. Yeah. Let's make it 50 by 50. See if that works. That's not it. I believe that is the icon. But that's not. We need to find it. Find the icon in resources. Where is it? It doesn't know, and I can't remember. Ooh, did I not include it yet? Oh, I guess I didn't include it yet. Okay. Reveal in Finder. All right, so we're going to move them here. I moved these. So these are what they look like. Very simple. Oh, it worked. Okay. So this is what it's supposed to look like. So you see a little icon, and it might be better. I don't know. I'm playing with this idea that having an icon will make this a cooler looking inspector and make it more obvious what something is. I don't know. We'll see. Problem is now these are all very small. So, is it possible to... Whoops, wrong button, everybody. There we go. It's better. You like the idea. I like the idea too. Will it work? We'll find out. And sometimes ideas that we like end up being like, no, I don't like it anymore. But we'll see. In this, the buttons on the left are 25 tall. I'd like to keep them that height, but have them in the middle of the vertical area rather than the top. I think I might need to do another vertical. Assuming your method is GUI layer, you can utilize GUI flexible space. GUI layout flexible space. Let's see what happens when I just add that. Oh. I've never seen flexible space before. But what I think I need then is a start vertical and an end vertical. But then I need another start row because that's going to make it top and bottom. Yeah, that's not right. So then I do this here, then start row and end row. Okay. Do I need another flexible space here? No. I tried this, but it doesn't seem right. Still top oriented. .NET version of Godot. Okay. Godot. I see. Okay. So instead of flexible space was maybe it's saying start row, GUI layout, begin vertical. So in our start vertical, do we have that? We don't have the width. We have the height. Begin vertical. GUI layout height. So if I do back to my editor here. Start vertical height of 100. And then add a flexible space, it says. But let's see what this looks like first. then add a flexible space, then start row, and then end row. That way it forces it to be 100. Oh, not quite. Okay, let's see. What's the logic here? Start vertical height. Oh, I put this in the wrong spot. That could be the issue. Human error. Okay. Start vertical height, start row, end row, and vertical. That should be this whole thing. So we need to move this out of it. Okay. Make this 50. Okay. Put another flexible space before the bottom. There we go. Now the other thing is maybe we should just make this smaller. Let's just test this at 25. Is this better at 25? You know, at the day job, to change something from 50 to 25, you have to do a lot of user testing and stuff. But here you just do it. I think it could be bigger than that because it is going to cover 2 rows, I suppose. Potentially even 3 rows. Most of the time, probably more. So let's do back to 50. See how that works. Okay, yeah, 50 is the way to go. And then we're going to make that one a bigger thing. The title, name, label. Bold, true. Let's see. Okay. Couple things. Not convinced on the layout yet. The title I feel isn't very noticeable yet. But I also don't feel like changing the color. So maybe it's fine. One could do 2 and 2, so it's a grid of 4 buttons, but I like these being horizontally spaced. Okay. But one thing I do want is to add this down here on this section so you can see it before you even add it. So that's going to be the add new modification. Okay. Add new modification. And vertical box. And then we're going to do if filtered selected is not equal null, internal description. It knew what I was going to do. The AI knows. All right, this is good, but now we need to make it inside that vertical box after all, it turns out. After the end row, though. Okay, so Um, let's do. Do we have a label for italics? I guess not. We can do that with rich text though. And we can do that up here as well. All right, that's a little better. This behavior doesn't have a thing. None of them do yet, but they will eventually, maybe. In fact, actually, now that I think about it, when we go to this ammo shop muzzle, would we want to customize this here? Or do we want to customize it in the script? Because right now, these are basically hard code in the script itself. So only when you're modifying the script would you override that. So we can, and the icon too. For example, if we go to our ammo shot muzzle, let's create object at spawn position. There we go. So we're going to do public override. Oh, I remember why I did that earlier. Okay. So we do this and do this. All right. Internal, what is it? Make it virtual. Internal description. Make it a method, perhaps. String. There we go. Don't make a method. All right. It also filled in the description for me, so that's nice. So the question is, we've got the nice description of ammo creates an object at the spawn point of the projectile, but do we want that to be something when we're at the object itself that we can customize? So the scriptable object can have its own thing. Like by default, it would be that, I suppose. The other way it would look, and we can just go for it and then revert if needs be. The other way it would look is actually just the problem with the other way is it would clutter up the inspector because you'd have new fields at the top of every single one that you don't need to edit, but you could. But I think maybe keeping it on the script is fine. Creates an object at the spawn point of the projectile. Or yeah. That's essentially what it does. So, if we look at our other spawn point modifications, right here, we did that one. Oh, this is not one. This one is not one because this is a mono behavior. This is the helper. And in fact, this is interesting. Oh yes, this is parents the projectile to the spawn point, and this one is creates an object at the spawn point, and that can parent itself, but that's a different thing. So never mind. This one is applies velocity to the yes it does, and then this one's modified. Has additional options for modifying the launch angle, inaccuracy, and more. Yeah, I think this works. This is a mono behavior. Need to move some of these. I'm going to have to clean up this structure. Turn on object at spawn. All right, so now when we go through these, we should be able to see different descriptions before we click the add. Yeah, that's helpful because then when you're looking through this and you're like arrow angle to target, what does that mean? Applies a velocity to the projectile using a rigid body. This version has additional options for modifying. Then you can add, but we should also do a ping button so you can inspect it if you want. All right, so going back to projectile editor, let's just close tabs to the right. Ping button for modification. Yellow. All right. Pop up. So if it's not null, then we'll get a ping button. And that ping button will allow you to go like this and be like, oh, if you have them saved, you can then quickly see what the details are of that if you have two inspectors. Otherwise, it'll bring it up in this inspector and you'll be annoyed because now you have to go find this again. Yep. Interesting. I might be able to add a custom inspector for all of these that just has a default up top, like particles it's used or projectiles it's used in, and then a draw default because I don't want to redo all of these for each and every one because there's a shit ton of them. But I think that would work. Yeah, that would work. But why is there a big gap here? Is it because this isn't big enough? Yeah, that's why. This gear icon, rather, should be... Well, we should actually extract this out a little bit. Let's see. So we're doing a vertical. We can actually do one with both width and height, probably. Int height. And does that work? And then because we know this is gonna be 100 width, because we got 4 buttons in there. Does that work? Seems to. I don't know if it actually updated. Ah, there you go. So now this is guaranteed to be 100 wide. This is guaranteed to be 50. Then this will fill in the rest of the space. See that? There we go. That's nice. Okay. Now the question is, do we need the icon? Maybe. So let's see what this icon looks like, because this is a gear icon. If we look at the other icons and the resources, there's this. These are very small. These are all made with ChatGPT. I'm going to go to Discord. Let's go to ChatGPT. Not ChatGPT. We're going to imagine a icon showing the creation of a prefab in Unity, of a prefab or an object. Pure black background, pure white on pure black background. And we're also going to imagine a minimalist icon showing that. I'm still debating whether, and I think I said debating because Debaterman was in my eyeballs when I was looking over there. I'm still debating whether to do a icon or not. This isn't going to be right. What's it really going to be? The creation is spawning of an object. Icon showing a cube with God rays coming out of it, maybe. Because none of these are really... These have hands in them. That's supposed to be God, probably. And that's a puppet. Yeah, something like this could work. Maybe this one will work. It's a little busy. Maybe that one's a little busy too. Maybe run another and get some varieties of those. The gear is just the default one, basically. None of them yet are perfect. This one's the closest one. But it's not perfect. There's too many rays. But it's okay. It's better than gear, perhaps. All right, we'll go with it. Bring into Photoshop real quick. Crop it down to a different size. And then select. And it's already pretty white, but I'm going to do this anyways because this is what I've been doing with this. Just to make them really pure white. Is that? See? There you go. Pure black, pure white, pure black. Save as. And we're going to save it as create object.psd. And then in our script, all we have to do is change our create object to be public override string internal icon is going to be create object, and that should be enough to change this. It is. There you go. So now it's creating an object. And maybe it's got to be adjusted a little bit. Maybe it should be bigger. Like that. All right. So create object. That looks like it's being created, right? Yeah. So that's the idea behind this. Spawn behavior modifications. The other thing I want to do is a toggle button on spawn behavior. Do I? I think I do, because then you can close all this. Let me see. And clean it up. Yeah. Spawn behavior modifications. Start row. End row. Toggle. Bool. String name is going to be draw spawn behavior modifications. That should just give us a little toggle here. It didn't. Ah, no. That's not what we wanted. Draw default. Button open close. That's what I'm looking for. Where are my options? Grab value from, yeah, okay. There we go. And then this is basically set bool key is that. So then we say if get bool draw spawn modifications, then return. So if we can't get the bool, we're going to say var key equals that. So we only have one place to change it. And that should give us the ability to turn this on and off. There you go. So now it just kind of removes it. But I put it in the wrong spot. Ha 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 ha. I'm supposed to do it in the draw. Oh, okay. That's fine. I separated these out, so I guess that's fine. All right, so the next step then is, let me just make sure we can add. Yeah, we can add. Me. Just want to see a different, yeah, so there you go. Yeah, okay. The next step then is to add the behaviors. This is going to be a different one, and I'm not going to finish it in the stream because I'm getting hungry. But we're going to have a gray line, and then we're going to do draw behaviors. So the behaviors for this are the stuff that makes it cool. Does it already know? Is it gonna, oh my gosh. Is it writing a good thing for me? Behaviors. Behaviors are scripts which are attached to the projectile and are called at various points in the projectile's life cycle. You can create your own behaviors by inheriting the projectile behavior and adding them. It basically wrote this for me. It knows exactly what they are. Now, I've already probably given it information because I have some notes in the stuff, but still, wow, that's cool. Start row, target behaviors, object list. We're not going to do that quite yet. Let's slow down. Slow down. But yes, this is basically it. But we need the on off button. So key equals draw behaviors, start row, end row. We're going to put this above here. Then there you go. So now we have an on-off button for this as well. Nothing to show yet, but there. Now, here's the problem is that the behaviors is going to be somewhat similar to this. However, when we I'll show you that this is the original. So there's going to be a lot more behaviors. Some of the projectiles have like 8 behaviors on them, and it's fine. It's fine to have that many behaviors. Yes, Corey, you did. Do you want to see it? It's kind of sticky bombs. I actually wasn't thinking sticky bombs when I did it, but now that you mention it, maybe that was on my mind. But it's this one, and it does stick to, well, there you go. It does stick, and then it shakes, and then it blows up. So yeah. If I can actually hit the damn thing, there you go. So it's both sticky bombs, delays, and a cool little shake effect. How's that? Does that work? Good. I'm glad you like it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. This one was actually crashing Unity earlier, too. I don't know why. Then I just updated the scripts and it stopped crashing, so there must have been an issue. I never figured out exactly what the issue was, though. Yeah. So. Oh, N65 for Golden. No, wait. GameCube GoldenEye. I used to play the GameCube GoldenEye. Allergy season has clearly started. My throat's itchy, but it was the GameCube GoldenEye that I would play with my brother in college. That was fun. My favorite was my favorite weapon was probably the guided missile that you could just fly. I like that. And then my favorite map was the outside snow one. It was like a hill and bomb. I forget what it's called, but yeah. That was fun. Just heard a noise and I don't know where it came from, but so yeah, so the behaviors, there could be potentially a lot of behaviors. And they're all, so the big consideration here is they're all different kinds. So this is a movement behavior, this is destroy, this is a spawn behavior, this is a projectile raycast hit detector behavior. And they're all inherit from a more big behavior. But the order matters because they get called in this order, I think. So I can't organize them here by the type. You have to organize them by the not type. You have to organize the order matters. And there are a lot more behaviors than there are behavior modifications. So let's start by doing this part. So we're going to do public static list of projectile behavior. I'm going to do a cache of that. And then here we're going to do a cache. And then see. See how quick the AI made that? Nope, not projectile data, objects projectile behavior. So it wasn't quite the AI doing all that. It did make a mistake. Yep. All right, so there are 214 projectile behavior objects. So the question is, when we do a search box, here we're just doing, modifications. And most projects aren't going to have this many modifications. I mean, I guess they might for the muzzles. It depends on how you set up your projectiles. Well, I guess I'll probably put a tooltip. Or a gray thing. In fact, I think the order matters for this one as well, so I'll show you. I will show, not tell. Spawn behavior modifications. Behavior modifications. When we do our for each under this, we'll do a space, but we'll do label gray I/I, and we'll do modifications are called in the order shown above. And this is going to be false, true, true. There you go. So it's a small little thing, but it's a little thing. I don't want it to be too obvious because I don't want eyeballs to be like going to it, you know what I mean? But I do want it to be a thing that people are able to see. So maybe something like that. The mandatory the order most of the time also doesn't really matter. It's only very few times where it matters. Like if you do a destroy before a creation, then I think that might cause an issue. Although honestly, I haven't tested that fully, so it might not. But I think it does. Yeah. So the question is when we have this huge list of 92 results, we have the search. We'll have the search, but do we also want another drop down to let you choose which type of things to include? Ooh, I've got an idea. I could augment the names with the type, so you could just search for the type like destroy, and then it will come up with all the destroy behaviors, and we'll order it by that. All right, that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do it now because I'm getting hungry, and I want to eat too late, and it's 9 p.m. So, thanks for hanging out in the stream, everybody. Those the things you were seeing were the Cinti one, but I'm gonna end the stream by showing something else instead. Which one should we see? The Forged 3D Cartoon Effects Remastered or Arcanor Sci-Fi Arsenal? Which one should we end with? We're gonna end with one of them. One of those three. Not Realistic Effects Pack 4. We're gonna end with one of those three. Somebody has to say something. First, the stream has to catch up to me asking the question, and then somebody has to say something. All right. The biggest explosion? I don't know which one. Sci-fi. All right, there's two sci-fi. We'll do Sci-Fi Arsenal. All right. Let's do this. Let's see what we got. I can't remember. Hopefully they all still work. I added more stuff. So this is bullet blue. Just simple bullets. This one has audio. Energy sphere green. Oh, and these ones are guided. Oh, is it going to fall? No. These will seek out new targets. All right. Fire, missile, red. These are just strong missiles, basically. Laser beam, purple. Laser bolt. Oh, I like this one. It's a 3. Laser bolt blue. This one has a behavior that kind of separates them randomly, so it's not an even spread. So that's neat. Lightning. Oh, I like this one too. It's very fast. I like all of them. Liquid. Oh, yeah. Kind of liquidy stuff. Plasma. Oh, this one's my favorite. It creates a bubble. And it sucks things into the bubble and then lets them go. See that? I think it might be a little bit too strong right now. Yeah. It's sucking things too much into the bubble, but this is one of my favorites. Ooh, and it seeks things out. So the thing is, this is not actually a behavior found in the package at all. This behavior is only found if you use it with my tool. And you can make any of these do this too. It's just one of the behaviors. Rift Blue. What does this do? It's very slow moving. It must be powerful. Oh, it seeks out an object and does a big ass explosion. Yeah, it looks cool. Ring green. Rocket orange. Big explosion. Little powerful little red thing. Can we knock one of these over? Shockwave. Oh, these are seeking too. Sparkler. And this is the bullet. This is the first one again. No, it's not. It's my own screen shake thing. It's my own. How does it work? It is, and I was thinking I need to extract it and make it its own. I need to make a shaker tool. Basically, there's some already exist on the store, but I don't know how they are. But I've got shaker working in UI for the RPG demo project and stuff, and the camera. And so I was like, well, maybe I should just make a shaker thing because I like using it. But the camera has camera shake on projectile collision. It's a global observer. Actually, so this is actually a good example of something to use. So it's a global observer. What the hell's a global observer? A global observer is just a mono behavior that attaches itself. It watches all the events from the factory manager. And the factory manager is a stat class. You don't even have to add it to the scene. That basically will watch every single projectile. So every projectile, the factory manager will say it does things, and the global observers will watch the factory manager. They don't have to watch an individual projectile. They watch all projectiles. That's why they're called a global observer. And the camera shake on projectile is watching the collision enter. So anytime there's a collision enter, it'll get the distance, a value based on the distance, and then shake the camera that amount. That's it. That's why every single, and since I'm doing this, let's show the other one now. Oh, my stomach's making noises. Oh, this one actually has its own camera shake, so ignore that. But this is a very different projectile system. Oh, I think these values might be way off right now, but yeah, these values are a little bit too powerful. Oh, and this isn't working right. See, as I update things, I have to go back and fix other things that may have gotten adjusted. This is probably the one with the biggest explosions. See, these ones shoot out other things that seek out the bad guys, the targets. So if you fire just one off, you see it go off in the distance, and then all of a sudden it goes doot, 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 and shoots out more. And then it just keeps going and disappears. But these look for new targets. Anyways, that's the stuff. This one should also have a global observer on it. Yeah. So this is the cartoon effects one. For some reason that didn't collide with the wall like it was supposed to the first time. I like cartoon effects. This one is a big explosion. Yeah, these lasers all need to be readjusted, I guess. Oh, this is still the old one. Anyways, that's that. Thanks for hanging out. I need to add the boom one. Yes, but it's the one that says boom. I need to add those to the package because those are fun. There you go. Have a great night. Thanks, everybody. Bye.